Hello and welcome to the Brew Games Podcast. This is episode 9. I bid you all a brew. I'm Adam Eliasson.
I'm Joe Evans.
And I'm Daryl.
He's back.
Yeah. We do brew games because we like beer and we like to challenge each other to new beers to try and have our reactions to it. And we also love video games, and all three of us have a very extensive list of games on Steam, majority of which we have not touched, so we're using this opportunity to challenge each other to those games.
We also have a extensive library off of Steam too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Big console.
So
list of games as well. Yeah.
it's not just Steam. Oh,
I think I've lost most of mine over the years, but
Yeah. Okay, so we'll go into beers.
yeah. I guess I'm gonna go first. So I'll be honest. This is probably one of the cheaper beers I've seen.
so that's fine.
Yeah, it's good, I guess. So I'm not actually sure about how it's gonna be, but this is called Baron. It's a Bohemian Czech dark lager from the Czech Republic. So I'll hand that to you.
I've never seen this before or heard of it, but
It was $2.50 per
nice.
bottle.
It looks much more expensive than that.
I know, yeah. Ellie actually helped me with it.
Nice.
But yeah, it's 5.2% alcohol at 500 mil, so it's actually a decent size. I have zero experience with this. Beer Advocate gave it 83%, so that's as much as I know about it.
And it's from Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic. Good old Czechs. Joe got a lot of head.
A little bit.
It's not much of an aroma, eh?
No, kind of muted. It's a lot more flavor so far in the head anyways.
Okay, so I'm going to be a pleb and go off my phone because I'm really prepared for this. So the gist of the brewery, pretty much, it was established in 1466, and then the family that owns it, I think they have it on here, Lubčeks or something, some Czechoslovakian, because back then it was Czechoslovakia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't the Czech Republic. But yeah, they purchased it in 1474, and they've been pretty much brewing since. The only time it was interrupted was in 1939 when the Nazis came. Those jerks.
Damn
Dirty
those
Nazis.
Nazis.
Dirty Nazis. And then once World War II was done, they returned to Czechoslovakia and continued brewing in 1948. That's pretty much the gist of it. I mean, to have that long of a history, though, is kind of impressive. How do you guys...
You want to try some?
Sure, I'll try.
It doesn't taste like a 250 beer. It tastes much better than that.
Yeah. This is one of those ones that are surprising, much like the Trooper was. The Trooper was a cheap beer that you were scared of picking up, but actually ended up being a pretty decent beer,
Yeah.
especially for its price point. And this is right down that same alley, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
No real nose to it at all, but a nice sweetness to it from the malts.
Yeah.
Very easy drinking, goes down like water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't. Yeah, it's not a very heavy beer.
Yeah, no, it's actually really good. And for $2.50, I mean, you can't complain about it really.
Yeah.
I could see
There's
myself
nothing to
getting
complain
this
about it
again
anyways.
just for the price.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say definitely pick this one up if you are a fan of multi beers.
Where did you get it from?
Across the street, basically. At some shady East Side liquor or whatever.
Eastport Liquor
Sorry, that's
in Pembroke area in Calgary.
So go to the shady part of your town,
Yep.
city, and
Go
try
to
find this.
the shadiest liquor store you can find, and you'll be fine.
Right next to the Big Bear and the Colt 45.
Yeah.
Do you have any more
Alright.
comments about it, or does that pretty much wrap it up?
Wraps it up, I think.
I mean, from what I've tasted, it's actually something I wouldn't mind drinking. I don't really drink all that often, but it's better than the steam whistle I had. I'll say that.
You don't like steam whistle?
I'm not a fan of steam whistle. It's a little pea like. That I don't know what pea tastes like. Just leave it at that. Yeah. So your turn.
Hey, well,
Yeah,
what did
so-
we pick up for Daryl?
It was my turn to pick up a beer because Joe did it the last episode. So I picked up La Fin du Monde by Unibrow, which just means the end of the world. So I'll let you struggle to.
Oh God, you guys noticed. Yeah, so as you can tell if you didn't see last episode, I don't know how to open things.
Let's all silently watch and judge.
You want to go over the history of the brewery and about
Sure.
the beer?
I'm going to butcher a lot of pronunciations here, but
If you need help, I do speak French.
oh, great. How do you pronounce this guy's name? Sergey.
Serge Racine?
Yeah, that guy. And Andre Dion started it in 1990. It's from Chambly, Quebec.
Chambly.
Chambly, Quebec. They wanted to share the fast-growing craft beer market. So, mindful of their competition, their goal was to create a different product with a strong consumer appeal.
No, keep going.
Gonna lean away from this.
There we go.
Nice. So they became majority shareholders of La Brasserie Massawippi. I have no idea. A financially troubled brewery, Lennoxville Brewery, and in 2004 Sleeman bought them out. And then 2 years later, Sapporo bought Sleeman, so now it's owned by Sapporo, which we did not know.
Yeah, I just found it out today. I always thought that Sleeman's had purchased Sapporo, but it was actually the other way around, so it's quite interesting.
I remember seeing on the Sapporo bottles and cans it says like brewed under close supervision by Sapporo by Sleeman.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this one's been brewed since 1994, which makes it been brewing for 20 years. It's a triple style golden ale that is top fermented with a blonde and golden hue color, and slightly cloudy. To date, it has earned more medals and awards, including some of the world's highest honors, than any other Canadian beer. It's 9%. We're trying to get you drunk again.
God damn.
And got a 99 on Rate Beer and a 96 on Beer Advocate, so extremely high. Last time I tried this, I remember not liking it, but it was many years ago.
I'll be honest, off of the smell that I had, not a fan. Off of the just like the first whiff.
So maybe I've been
Yeah, off of the first whiff. I can't.
justified. I know Joe likes this beer, and apparently everyone
Majority
else
of
likes
people
this beer.
Do, yeah.
So we'll see.
Very citrusy.
Yeah, it's definitely more of a citrus. I think it's a wheat ale, isn't it? I believe. I don't have that in the notes, but I do believe it's based off of a wheat ale. One correction I have to make for you is so brewed since February 1994, which actually makes it 21 years old this month.
I guess that's right.
So it
I
can go
can't do
down to the
math.
States and gamble in Vegas. It can drink, can buy some hookers, it can do whatever it wants.
Yo, my brewery's like 600 years old. Except for the Nazi part, but we'll pass that.
But have they been brewing the Baron for 21 years?
oh, I've,
And also, who's the Baron? The picture of the Baron. The
I'm
big
pretty
guy?
sure it's from the Lobowicz family or whatever. One of the Baron dudes.
No.
You know, back in the era when they had photo cameras. Photo cameras?
Photo
Is that a-
cameras.
Is that a term that I can use?
I'm sure they said that back in the day.
Hey, let's go grab the photo camera.
So what do you think of the beer? Besides citrusy.
It smells like I remember it.
It's something I wouldn't drink all the time. I don't know what it is about citrusy beer, but it bothers me. I don't have any problems with like overly sweet beers, but there's a certain point of citrusy that I can't handle.
You're probably not a fan of orange peel, especially like orange peel chocolates and stuff.
Oh god, oh.
And so this beer does have quite a bit of orange peel to it.
Orange and chocolates. I don't know what's wrong
Yeah.
with people that like that.
There was a time where I totally agreed. They're okay now. I still don't seek them out. But
Yeah.
what I do like is Joe has a unibrow, right?
Yeah.
Glass.
The Unibrow Tulip Glass, which is the recommended glass, of course, for the Fin du Monde.
Nice.
Oh, all right, sure. Does that accentuate the flavor? I can let you taste it. Whether it
let's
changes
see
it or
if
not.
You still have the same thought of a few years ago as you do now.
Because I'm a skeptic in terms of whether a glass actually changes.
No,
So I'm the odd man out.
it's a little bit better than I remember, but
Still not.
Yeah, it's not
Not by much.
It's not terrible, but it's not something I would go for.
Yeah.
So
I don't even know how to describe what I don't like about it, and I think I get that with all the unibrow beers because I've had a few other ones.
Yeah.
But Joe likes them. One we finally disagree on.
Yep. I enjoy them. Okay, well, that'll do it for our beer reviews, and we'll go on to the games. So you challenged us.
to play Dishonored,
Yes.
and I think you had the stealth,
That's correct.
and you had the
balls
balls
to
out.
the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I want to hear your thoughts on being as stealthy as possible in this game.
I really do like stealth games, and I did have fun playing this. But there were some weird aspects to it that it almost made me think that the game creators had just never played through it stealthily.
Oh. Yeah.
Like, I'd be sneaking behind a guy, and he would randomly, like, not even moving. I wouldn't even be moving. He would just randomly say, like, I see you over there, and start running somewhere or something. And this happened frequently. Like, I could, I guess I learned early on you can get quite close to them, and even, like, in their side vision, and they still won't see you, which you can use to your advantage. But there's a few weird, like, some guys can see you from, like, a mile away. Some, I don't know, it's inconsistent. I don't know how else to describe it.
Did you do any of the passive goals in terms of not like killing people? Because I know there's some objectives where it's like you can get rid of someone, or you talk to someone else that will have some kind of effect on that person.
Yes, I figured if I was going stealthy, I would go
Like no
I'd
kill.
do the whole thing. I'd do unseen and no kills, because I knew there were achievements for that before even playing the game. And many times, like you'll see in the replays, I get seen or something happens, and I have to load the game a lot. But there's many times where I wasn't sure if I was ever seen because of glitches, like the guy just saying, "I see you over there," and running off in another direction.
Would you continue on after that point?
There's a lot of times where I loaded my previous save just to be sure.
Just to be sure.
And so when I finally got to the end of the first mission and saw 0 kills, not seen, I was like, yes!
I think it's called ghost status or something. Yeah.
That felt pretty good. I wasn't sure if I would get it.
How far into the game? Well, I guess we should go through yours before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
discuss that
so I had to go balls to the wall, and with this game, I'm pretty sure later on in the game, going that method's going to be okay. You're going to feel really powerful doing that. At the beginning, I found that in certain situations, it just was impossible to go balls to the wall. It just, the environment or the amount of people around you just did not allow you to be balls to the wall, and you had to take out some people stealthily first
Yep.
to mitigate the threat, and then you could take everyone out just going ah and like
There was a
slashing
few
and stuff. So
there was a few times where I thought about going stealthily, and then when I was seen, just killing everyone from that point on. I think that would be the easiest way of doing the game. But
yeah.
How did you feel about powers in terms of? Well, I guess not in the beginning because you don't really have.
in the
as
beginning?
many
Yeah.
skill
So
points.
the first upgrade I could get was to increase my health and health regen. So obviously it was the first one for me to get, being balls to the wall. I ignored anything else, and I think I went to upgrade my crossbow as well, because I was using that quite often. So debatable if you want to call that being stealthy or not, using a crossbow, but still makes noise, kills the guy in front of another guy, and then you go and slash the other guy up. So you're still kind of not trying to sneak around and not be detected. You're just killing people, and so it's kind of being balls to the wall, I guess.
I kind of feel like it should have been a different route that we took, whereas you went passive, you went aggressive.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
That probably would have been a better route because then you can do the
But
no kill.
I did end up going.
Well, that's pretty much
and
what happened.
He
Like,
did
he
end up
went
going
passive, I
aggressive.
went aggressive. So whether my aggression was through sneaking up behind somebody and slitting their throat, or doing the bolt kills, or actually going up and slicing them, irregardless if they're going to run off and try and set off the alarm or not. I didn't care. I was like, go ahead, I'll just keep slashing people down. And then, yeah, for the end of the first mission is where I got to as well. And, well, how did you approach the end of the first mission inside the building?
You'll have to like.
So, spoiler alert for the first hour of Dishonored.
Yeah.
maybe 2
Hour
hours
and a
of
half, 2
Dishonored.
hours, yeah.
The first mission, you have to go assassinate or get rid of some high overseer. And at the same time, there's an optional mission to save the guy who he's talking to, who the high overseer is planning to poison. So I snuck into their office and saw there was an option to switch the glasses. And I thought, great, that's clearly the stealthy way to do this. So I switched the glasses and hid in a corner. And then realized, like, right as they were coming up to the door that, oh, maybe, like, that's going to end up having someone die still, have the High Overseer die, and I won't get that achievement. So, like, last minute when they're trying to unlock the door, I'm running back to switch the glasses back and then see that you can knock them over. I'm like, oh, great. So I can, so I knock the glasses over, and then they go down, they're like, oh, well, let's just go down to my office and have a drink there. So I follow them to the High Overseer's office, and then he draws the sword to kill the guy he was planning to poison. He can no longer poison him because I spilled the poison. So he draws his sword, and at that point I shoot him with a sleeping bolt. And the guy who he was planning to kill just walks away. Just doesn't
He's like,
doesn't
okay.
doesn't even acknowledge me. He's just like, oh, the guy was about to kill me and now he's sleeping. I'm gonna walk away.
So it sounds like Just Cause 2, where like I hit a certain checkpoint and then everything that happened beforehand, that doesn't matter.
But
You hit the checkpoints and now this new scripted like event's gonna happen.
yeah, but it wasn't even a cutscene.
Yeah, no,
it
it's
was
just a
all
scripted event,
in-game,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird.
That's funny.
But
Yeah, so for me, for that that mission, I being balls to the wall, I didn't really pay attention to the stuff on the table. I just saw it was like 2 glasses and whatever. I was like, yeah, whatever. I looked at it and I saw you like switch or you can spill it over. I was like, why would I even bother with this? I didn't even like realize there was poison in them because I wasn't really paying much attention to like the mission details because I'm just going balls to the wall, right?
yeah.
Go in there, kill off the kill, and get out. That was my idea going into this game. So I hear them talking, and then they go to like open the door. So I'm figuring, okay, let's go. I got my crossbow, got my sword. Let's do this. No idea what's behind the door. I don't know how many people are behind it. Of course, when the door opens, I find out. And I almost got all of them, but one guy ended up killing me, so I had to like redo the mission. So I was like, okay, now that I know how many people are in there, I can try and maybe do some dodging and stuff and see if I can do it again. No, just there's too many people there, so third try I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna throw a grenade. As soon as you open the door, I'm just gonna grenade. Not even thinking about the fact that the girl was like, please, like, you know, save my uncle kind of thing. I just like, whoever's in there, they all try to
they
attack
die.
me, they're all gonna die. So throw the grenade in. Everyone like they give, like there's like body parts all over the place. It's pretty gory. And I'm like, okay, so I start like looting the bodies, and then I have to escape the building. And as in escaping the building, I run into like a big group of guys congregated downstairs in the main foyer, and I was like, oh crap! So of course they kill me. And yeah, it took me a while to get out of there, but eventually I did get out of there.
Yes. So one thing this game does do well is like 1 or 2 people can kill you. It only takes a swipe or 2 to really
Yeah,
take you out. It's not like
You're invincible.
it's not like you're invincible.
It's not like
You,
you're
you go hide in a
dude.
corner and heal
Yeah.
up, and then it's
yeah,
it's one last thing that I noticed is when trying to be stealthy, you can't just keep sleep darting people. Like if you shoot someone with a sleep dart, doesn't matter how far away you were or if you were hiding, everyone else knows exactly where you are.
okay,
So it's not like in, just for example, like Far Cry,
yeah.
you can like use a silenced weapon, kill someone, and then no one else will notice. No, it's they know where you are right away. So it
Fair
can
enough.
only really be like the last guy you hit. But
Yeah.
I still enjoyed it. I'll go back and play it to the end.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think.
definitely gonna go back into that game.
Yeah.
I found it was pretty interesting because I don't know if our first guest Tyson has played this yet, but he is a big fan of Lost Coast, and for me, I felt like this was Lost Coast meets Bioshock.
I felt Bioshock too. That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah,
But
it's Lost Coast because you're surrounded by water. You're always traveling by boat, going places. It just the atmosphere just felt like Lost Coast to me, but then also felt like Bioshock. Like they came together and had a child. And it's called Dishonored.
I was thinking Bioshock the whole time, so I totally agree.
Yeah.
Once you guys get a little further into the thing, your experiences are going to differ a lot. Because I know there's one where it's like you can pay like a prostitute person to go sleep with a guy instead of
poison
having to
him and
kill. Well, not even poison. It's just like he's
distract
out
him?
of he's out of
Okay.
that thing. So yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's gonna be.
Is there an
very,
option to have her sleep with him and kill him?
I think
Because
you
that would
can
be
actually
my
follow.
aggressive
See,
style.
See, I'm
God.
thinking that's almost. I'm thinking that's meant for like the stealthy person, just because I found a lot of the power ups were meant towards the balls to the wall type play.
Yeah.
well, you can do the like mind control. Well, I don't know.
Is-
I don't want to call it mind control. Really, it's more like
Persuasion.
yeah, it's more like you become it, and then you appear after like at the end of that thing. Because you can. I know you can be a rat, climb through the sewers, and then end up wherever the rat ends up
Right.
on the other end.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily mind control, because I know you can also mind control a guy.
Yeah,
Like once
you're
you get a
basically-
higher power
Yeah.
or a higher level of it.
But there's 8 or 10
Different
power ups.
Yeah.
And I thought like 6 of them were for balls to the wall.
Yeah. So you have like
I
the,
think majority are for like being an aggressive player.
So I think as you unlock more powers, you'll.
That's what I'm saying. Like I saw the thing. I was like, as I get further in the game, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be OP, right? I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like just unstoppable.
well, I love the blink / time stop or time slowdown mechanic. That those two were my favorite. Where it's just like, as soon as I got seen, it was just like blink the fuck out of there. It's like I'm out.
Nice.
Nobody knows I was here. So
So I'll do it for Dishonored. We'll go on to Daryl's game. We had you play Fear.
I was afraid. Yeah. So Fear. I can't remember when this game came out. Was it 2004?
It was quite a while ago. I remember playing it when it came out, but I can't remember. When
It was probably it's probably either 10 years or over 10 years. But I noticed first off launching the game is that I think the default resolution was like 1280 by 800. And there's no like windowed mode or anything, so I was just like, well, fuck. So then I did the 1920 by 1080 and I was just like, it doesn't support this mode. So I was just like, whatever, I'll just play it anyway. We'll give it a try. So basically, the premise of Fear is you're this new guy that got transferred into this new department called Fear Department. I don't know if that's the right word. Sector of a military, and it's I can't remember what Fear stands for. Do you remember what Fear stands for? First
some
First
encounter.
Counters action response. Yeah, something like that. So yeah. I'm not a fan of jump scare games. I've played Outlast for a little bit, and fuck that game. And this has a lot of aspects of jump scares, because I'm not a fan when something just like I'm crossing something and then this guy just comes out from the corner and I just jump and I'm just like, nope. Why would you do that? That's mean. That is in mean spirits. And so and I get freaked out. But I like the combat action. I like that things explode in bloody, horrible mist, and like body parts go everywhere too.
I think they did the bullet time pretty well. Too.
Bullet time was good too. It wasn't overpowered, but it was powerful.
Yeah.
But it's of course its weaknesses were the length you can do it for. So, but so I played about an hour and a half of that game. Yeah, I scared myself plenty. My girlfriend was laughing at me. That was emasculating. I don't know. I got to the part where the bigger, like the more indestructible, abnormal people. Sure. Not abnormal. That is the wrong word. Because they're. Do you know the story behind those military people that you fight? So they're actually military like clones.
Right.
Yeah, and a supernatural spirit is commanding them, of course. And with anything supernatural, there's always going to be a tiny little girl. Just out of nowhere. Tiny little girl, rooms with blood-filled, like, hallways.
Like The Shining,
Oh,
like
God.
The Grudge, like The Ring.
Basically. It's everything that It's amazing.
There's nothing scarier than a little girl.
Yeah, and I did do a recording of it, so you'll see that shortly in a couple days or so. I guess it'll be out on Sunday.
Yeah, so the same day as this episode will go up, you'll
Right.
be able to see the clips
Yeah.
in this episode, or if you want to see
The
the
full.
full part, then we'll
Yeah,
link
it
you-
should be like.
we'll link to your channel and people can check out the full experience.
Yeah, it'll be like 3 or 4 parts.
Yeah.
Just like the first hour. So yeah,
So imagine it has your voiceover.
it has my
reactions
voice.
while you're playing.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
So
yeah. I showed Adam a snippet, and I can show Joe after. But fun stuff.
It'll be worth a watch.
awesome. So I'll wrap up the reviews.
Yeah, Daryl was much more detailed with, I guess, like the story and about the game. I guess we should have talked a little bit about that with this.
Oh, it's
but that's
fine.
Okay.
It's not. It's not like you get like framed or anything in Dishonored, right? No big deal.
Yeah.
So you want to start with your challenge to me first?
This
Sure.
should be good.
It should be good because he doesn't know what it is yet.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's. I'm gonna challenge you to play Goat Simulator.
Oh God.
That's so funny. Now I know why you said I hope you didn't pick the same thing, because that was the first thing I thought of picking for you.
Nice. It's. I haven't played it either, but I think it's gonna be awesome.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Hang on, before you guys go to the next bit. So have you heard anything about Goat Simulator?
I've seen some gameplay of it.
Okay.
I've watched some people on Twitch play it.
Did you know that it now has like an MMO aspect of it?
Yeah, I heard that they
Okay.
have a new update. Like, it's,
Okay, no, I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure you were
I didn't
aware
know
of
that was part of the same game. I thought
Yep.
it was like,
Nope,
oh, we made a
it's
lot of money with Goat
it's
Simulator.
like a-
Let's make Goat MMO.
It's like an update to it,
oh, nice.
Yeah.
and
an
it just
update.
turns everything to an MMO basically.
yeah. So
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
The
That's
game
gonna
that
be-
everyone thought was an April Fool's joke.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that. Probably as soon as the episode gets finished recording, while I'm waiting for it to upload to YouTube, I'll probably jump into Goat Simulator right away. And
Nice.
It's a
I
quick
will
game.
stream that, so I'll make sure to include my stream in the description for you guys. I don't know if anybody knows, but playing Dishonored, I was streaming it while I was recording it.
Nice.
And I'm planning to do that going forward with all the games.
Great.
So my game for you is, because you like stealthy games so much, I decided
man.
to assign you with Hitman Absolution.
Oh snap!
Okay. Nice.
So this is a game that came out in 2012. So it's about 3
Is it
years
that
old now.
new? Oh.
And I don't know if anyone follows Gamergate or
Oh God,
anything,
I was
but
about to mention that too.
Anita Sarkeesian, of course, she fabricated one of the missions in the game.
Yeah, so
To make it look way worse than it actually is. So
Yeah, so
it'll
when
be
you get
interesting to
to-
see how you play out that scene.
oh okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring it up, but I'll wait.
Now I want to see how Adam plays it out,
That's
so
fine.
that we can send that to Anita and be like, "You totally fabricated it." I'm sure.
Well, you can
millions of
actually
people have already sent her like their own gameplay throughs.
Yeah, you can go to like Hitman Absolution Let's Play, and then 100% of them are just like, let's walk behind.
Yeah, they just
walk
skip
behind.
right by it.
Skip right by it. Except her, she was just like, "Oh, this is what you do in the game. You're gonna
This
do
is
this
all the
to
game's
this.
about,
Oh, it's all about this game. This is what happens."
Anyways, enough of that. garbage. I want you to play Hitman Absolution.
Sweet.
I haven't played Hitman since probably the first or second game. That's going way back. That's like
Yeah, I haven't
2001
played
or
since
2002.
I played one of them. I don't remember which one it was. I don't know. I don't think it was Blood Money, but I played one of them. Didn't particularly enjoy it, but to be fair, I didn't give it a lot of
Yeah,
chance.
I heard Absolution was probably the best one in the series. So it's got more of that stealth gameplay that's
Okay.
proper instead of like, the first ones kind of did, but it wasn't that great. But this one's supposed to be really good. So.
All right. Well, I think we're running out of time, so we should wrap this up. I
All
look
right.
forward to playing Hitman. Thanks, Daryl, for coming on.
No
being our
problem.
second guest.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll see you guys. I don't think there's anything for the mailbag, so
Nothing for the mailbag, but if you want to send something in, at Bruising Games on Twitter.
we did have something for the mailbag, but you'll see it next episode.
Okay. bruisinggames@gmail.com. And again, I'm at jevans on Twitter.
I'm at Alpha Drake.
Matt Daryl.
And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Episode 10. See you guys.
Cheers.
I don't like steam whistle.
I'm not a fan. It tastes like pee. It tastes like more. That's why I was just like,
That's why you
don't
mentioned it.
ask how.